Good evening, salutations, and welcome to Cosmic Crit, the absolute brightest star of the Starfinder role-playing game actual play podcast constellation. You're listening to the dulcet sounds of Patrick. Once again, I'm your game master, your podcaster, and your postmaster, delivering you another episode of Cosmic Crit. So this week's episode, it's a lot of fun. We jump right into the action of Starfinder and start down the adventure path called Dead Suns. The adventure path, or AP as it's sometimes called, is a pre-written story that will be the majority of the action that you hear on the show. If you are a first-time game master or you want to get into it, the adventure paths that Paizo publishes are a great way to jump into tabletop role-playing. If you want a game master in Starfinder, I suggest picking up the first part of the Dead Suns AP, which is called Incident at Absalom Station. It's written by Rob McCreary, and you can get it right now. Then I suggest you listen to this podcast and you pick up on all the things that I'm doing right and all the things that I'm doing very, very wrong, and you too can get started fumbling around behind the Game Master screen and pretending to know what you're doing. If you notice a little dip in the audio quality in this episode, it's because we're still getting the kinks worked out of recording 6 people online and trying not to always talk over one another. We have worked out most of the goblins in the USB and Ethernet cords, and next week we should be back on track. Once again, if you like what you hear, send us a comment at cosmiccrit@gmail.com or write a review for us on iTunes. If you don't want to miss out on our next episode, episode 3, which will be out next Monday, make sure to subscribe to, and you'll get a new episode every Monday morning. But that's it for this week's preamble. Let's get into the episode with this week's story, episode 2, entitled Opening Volley.
Episode commencing in 3, 2, 1. Episode initiated.
Cosmic Crit. Hello, we're back. This is your game master, Patrick, and we're going to do some quick introductions around this digital table. To my left is Drew. Say hello, Drew.
Hello!
To his left, Jabert. What's up, Jabert?
Hey, everybody. How we doing?
Across from me is Miles. Hi, Miles.
Good evening.
And then over here to the right, Rebecca.
Hello.
And finally, my right-hand man, Tyler. Hi, Tyler.
If you can hear this, I'm being held against my will. Send help, please.
Shut up. Get back in your player's chair.
Oh, God, I'll just play Edris. Please don't hurt me.
How are you guys doing tonight?
Right?
Doing
Pretty
wonderful.
great.
Yeah, so when people listen to this, there's going to be a total solar eclipse in this country. That's crazy across the U.S.
So I live in Oregon, and we're going to be the first state to have the eclipse hit. I think it's at like 10 o'clock over here. And we're expecting an influx of like around 1 million people. I mean, pretty much the DOT here said, just don't go on the road. Just stay home.
State of road emergencies.
Yeah, we have so many people on paid time off on Monday for work. I mean, like nobody's showing up, and it's just everyone's just expecting it to be like Mad Max Fury Road out there. So
doesn't it last like
in
10 minutes?
In our neck of the woods,
Doesn't
they're
even-
warning about Bigfoot sightings and lizard man attacks when the eclipse happens.
Edris?
Yes, that I can. That was from my local newspaper. I can 100% confirm that.
The Vesk are invading the planet.
Yeah.
Be careful.
It's a good cover. It's a good cover.
Patrick, I think you and I are the only two who are not going to be like directly in the path of the solar
Yeah,
eclipse on this,
I'm pretty
podcast.
bummed about that. I love me some astral happenings. I think the last time I got a full solar eclipse was like 3rd grade or something like that. Someone will probably prove me wrong and look up my age, but it's been a while. All I had was that like cardboard box thing. You looked at its shadow in. Lame.
Yeah,
now we got glasses.
I'm still planning on just staring at the sun for a while.
Oh yeah.
We'll see how that works out.
Not on the day of the eclipse, just like a regular Tuesday.
Well, I mean, I want to get there. I want to get there early, right?
Oh, yeah, like a week early.
The crowds. Yeah.
He is an android. He just had solar panels installed into his eyes, and it's all good.
I'm just gonna watch old episodes of Third Rock from the Sun because I feel like that is.
I'm just gonna French steward it right up into that sun.
Okay, so if you guys missed our first episode, go back and listen to that right now. This is episode 2. A quick recap. The team was assembled by the fixer Blex Forbin, and you guys met up at a bar, and then you beat up some thugs, and the next morning you're up early and set to meet someone on the docks, a Starfinder Society member. Yeah, so that's where our adventure starts us off, right there in the morning. You all make your way down to Docking Bay 94, and as you meet up, you're fighting hangovers, you're sporting bruises from the previous night, and you silently fall into place, each taking stock of your surroundings. It's a pretty brightly lit Absalom Station dock, and it's just full of travelers coming and going from countless worlds. You've got brash and swaggering star pilots, scurrying Yosoki mechanics, and expectant colonists mingling with enigmatic Kasatha mystics. You've got your asteroid miners, your best mercenaries, and it's a giant microcosm of the abundance and variety of life found in the Pack Worlds, and particularly in Absalom Station. Just imagine the busiest airport you've ever been to, just swirling with life and emotions on display. There's families hugging after being reunited from living millions of miles away from one another, and business deals being brokered on the back of plastic crates, and a few security bots walk in a smuggler in hand locks towards the central ring for booking. Ton of activity everywhere you look, hundreds of people. And it's in this docking bay that just beyond this sea of people, you're looking around and you see ground crews that start to tend to this docked ship across the way from you. The armed dark workers start up these mechanized cargo lifters and start unloading freight and baggage. And the air here smells just like the rest of the station, like atmosphere of like hundreds of ships and foods and fragrances and stenches from all kinds of planets that don't know how to use deodorant. Did anybody here buy a personal hygiene kit from the core rulebook?
Yes, Edris definitely bought a personal hygiene kit. He has to keep his scales looking ready for battle.
Well, yeah, no, then you smell nice. You smell like freshly polished scales, I guess.
Freshly polished lizard is just like a beautiful fragrance coming out this month from L'Oreal.
From
Hey,
Calvin
Alinda
Klein.
just took a shower, didn't she?
Yeah,
Just
no,
two
I
clean
mean,
people.
yeah. So you guys are set to meet up with a Starfinder Society member, and Blex gave you his name, Creel. You're looking for this guy named Creel, who's a dwarf. And as you're waiting, just not really talking about the night before really saying much to each other, a shuttle ship comes into Bay 94, the Akimoro, and it's just landed, and the final docking procedures take like a minute or so, but people already began to stream out of like other ships, so this area is filled up. Is there anything you guys want to say to each other as you're waiting for this guy to step off the ship?
I think Edris probably would maybe look at Rami and just kind of nod.
Rami.
He's it's Rami. God, I'm gonna mess this up, man. I'll eventually get it.
I wrote it down phonetically.
I should do that every time. Just have it up on my screen.
Miles, call him Edros.
Tyler, who directed
Right.
Evil Dead?
I have no idea.
Sam Rami.
Sam Rami.
Was
All right, no, but you say to
Rami?
Rami.
Rami.
Was Edros say?
I don't.
You're
I don't
really
think,
mad at this.
It's the Japanese. I don't. Doesn't matter. I think he would just kind of nod. We've worked together before, and I don't think he wants to necessarily talk about it. Probably seem too familiar openly amongst some people he doesn't quite know yet. But he would just kind of nod approvingly. He might go over to Andis and say hello, since they've met probably once or twice before.
Andis says, Idris, how was your ship?
Oh, the ship's a bit in a... I might not know the status of my ship at the moment, but...
Oh, that doesn't sound ideal for you.
No, I had to actually catch a ride here to Absalom.
Oh.
Hopefully, next time, though, I'm sure next time she's all beat up and in need of repairs, I'll have her, and hopefully you'll do that great work that you do.
Well, I that was some pretty special work I put in on that ship, and I just... Oh.
Oh my gosh, did Andis power down? What's happening here?
Andis, are you alright? Are you alright? Did I say something?
Andis is staring off into space. Andis is just not... he's lost in thought.
They don't make these androids like they used to.
He is not programmed to love.
What?
I'm
Anybody
not programmed
else?
for sadness like this.
Yeah, I actually. So Rami slides up to Idris and kind of whispers like, "Hey man, what kind of babysitting did you get us into? I mean, we've got you and me, we've got a rookie, a furry con man, and a mechanic. Like, what is going on?"
The pay was so good, I couldn't really refuse it, even though I knew we would be working with unknown factors. Whatever is going on out there, whatever they need us to do, I assume it's important.
Ooh. Speaking of unknowns, it's a classic way to start an adventure. Why don't everyone here roll a perception check, and then I'll tell you what you see, and if you can pick out this dwarf Duraval Creel out of this crowd. All right, so we've got all of our rolls in this super fast. Andis staring into space. Rolled a 3 plus 4.
As advertised.
Edris had a 16 on my perception.
Yeah, and Knack, you're maybe preoccupied as well. You don't really seem too interested in looking through the crowd to find this guy.
I got some other things on my mind right now.
But both
I have a
Raimi,
17.
Oh, okay, I didn't see that. So you rolled a 12 and you've got a plus, I'm guessing 5 in perception.
Yeah.
So,
basic math, 12 plus 5 is 17.
Yeah, basic math. Didn't mess that one up. Pretty excited about it. We'll talk next time. I have to add 2 numbers together. We'll figure that out. 17. So you're not talking to anyone really, Alindra, and staring off across the crowd. But both Raimi and Edris, both of you guys as well, are looking out across the deck there. So the three, Raimi, I'll move you forward, Edris and Alindra, all of you are just scanning the entire crowd. Everyone, though, sees as the crowd kind of parts for just a moment, a dwarf. You spot this dwarf, Creel, standing across the bay, and he's tall, and he's got this bristly gray beard, this iron gray beard, and deep set eyes beneath very bushy eyebrows. Up here to the north on the map, he's wearing this patched and stained set of station coveralls, and I mean, if you were not looking for him, you'd just think he was one of the many guys that work here unloading the ship. But as you take a look at him, you see this shiny gold and red badge bearing the symbol of the Starfinder Society on his chest. Creel is also, he's like got a computer in his hand, a little handheld, and he's looking it up, and he's kind of craning his neck and doing the same thing you're doing, scanning through the crowd, and he seems to see you guys across the crowded dock, and he raises a hand in greeting and gives you a friendly smile. But before you can even wave hello back in response, laser fire breaks out in the dock. Pew, pew, pew.
Gasp.
Sound effects later. Pew, pew, pew. It's a laser pistol fire. The crowd begins screaming and running all direction, and Creel freezes, paralyzed in fear. All Alindra, Edris, and Raimi, you guys see off in the peripheral of the dock, maybe behind like some crates and a few behind barrels, there are these guys with guns that have snuck into position. And we are in our first combat of Cosmic Crits.
Oh!
Ew. Yay, laser fire.
Yeah, laser fire.
Perfect.
Thank you, Sirenscape, for your wonderful laser fire.
Second.
Initiative. We get to roll initiative.
Well, luckily for everyone listening at home, we already rolled initiative before the game started, and that's what we're going to use right now. At the top of, he might have been staring out in space, but Andis rolled the highest with an 18. And then Knack and Alindra both rolled a 17. Knack is just going to go first. He's a little faster. Edris at a 16. And then Raimi is kind of got his back turned maybe to the far side of the dock as he's talking to Edris. Rolled a 5.
Well, my perception was still high, though.
That is true, and it's important because there is going to be a surprise round. So at the beginning of the combat here, laser fire going in all directions. You see a whole bunch of men with these guns. If you rolled a high perception, I called your name up before, you get to go in the surprise round. Is if you made a 15 or more on that initial perception check, you saw these guys like surreptitiously getting in place, and maybe you see one of them, he's got his hand tapping against the gun handle tucked into his waist, and you're like, oh, wait a minute. So in the surprise round, we're going to start with Alindra. You get to move or do a standard action, but not both. What do you want to do?
So there are barrels in the way, so I can't just shoot this guy, right?
Well, which one? The one to the west
The
of
one
you?
to the west, yeah.
You would not have a clean shot at him. He would be behind cover, so you get a little bonus, basically. But you can take a quick shot at him, a standard action.
Sure, I'll do that.
Yeah,
I just
so-
do my ranged attack.
What have you got? You got like a laser gun?
Yeah, I have a laser pistol.
Wow.
First attack roll.
So
Yeah,
my,
Whip it out. You've rolled a 17, and you've got looks like a +1 bonus, so an 18. Even behind cover, you ding him in the shoulder for 4 points. You rolled max damage there. Awesome. I'm gonna call him number 1. He's the first guy to be hit, so 4 damage to number 1. Next in the surprise round is Edris.
All right, Edris does not have a ranged weapon, so he's just going to take a move action. He sees a bunch of guys over, like, behind some crates to kind of his left, so he's gonna move his
to the west.
35 feet. So 5. Yep. So he'll move forward, kind of towards the center of the Bay 94, and
Yep.
that's all he'll do.
To your right, there's like a small baggage car train, and to your left is a little kiosk, information kiosk, and people are just like running, panicking in all directions. Some of them are just like hiding behind whatever they can find, and a few others, like Creel himself, are just jaws agape, frozen in fear. They don't seem to know what to do.
And
Raimi,
I was gonna say, just as part of my move action, I would draw my weapon.
So Raimi sees Alindra fire at
this guy's
guy
to the
number
west. Yeah.
and he's gonna take out his laser rifle and do the same.
All right. So.
Ooh, and miss.
Unlike Lindra, you rolled a 2, very low. So you shoot in his direction. It hits about 20 feet short of him. There's some boxes. He's still kind of got cover behind. It does no damage. That is our surprise round. And in the second round of combat, everyone's going to go, including these guys with the laser pistols. So starting us off is Andis.
All right. I would just like to get a little bit of clarification on what the type of cover that some of these guys have. I know that in Starfinder, we have the concept of kind of like low cover and high cover. Or partial
Yeah,
cover, full cover.
there's total cover, and that means you can't see them. And depending on which one you are looking at, some of them might be in total cover from your direction. Like, I'm not sure if you can see maybe some of the guys in the back, like this guy up here to the east, the northeast. Most of the rest of them behind crates or whatnot, like about half their body is covered, and they're behind regular cover, which I believe is a +4 to their armor class. And
I believe it was +2 for partial cover, and then for full cover it was +4.
Yeah. So regular cover, full cover is +4. Partial cover, if you're just standing behind, like a single crate and like most of your body can be seen. Some of these guys have that from where you're at right now, straight to the north. This guy over here on the west side, he's got partial cover. So it's a mixed bag depending on. Did you have one in mind you were at?
Well, I'm just looking to see A, who I can see, and then B, who I've got a better shot of. And so I guess I'm gonna choose this guy who's kind of the furthest over to the east, if I can see him. And I'm going to use my Exocortex combat tracking ability, and I'm
Fire
going
up
to,
the old robot brain.
That's right. And so I mark him as a particular target, and I start kind of like calculating like telemetries and kind of like predicting, using predictive modeling to guess like where he's going to be. So I'm giving myself a little bit of a bonus on the attack, and I'm gonna blast him with a laser rifle.
Right. So you got a long arm laser rifle. All right. So you've rolled a 14, and you've got some bonuses from your dex, from your Exocortex. And that is a 17, even with his cover. That is a hit to his EAC, his max damage. Energy armor class. Yeah, you rolled an 8 for the damage there. Oh boy.
Yeah.
8 damage. He's marked down. Oh gosh, let's check these guys' HP. Yeah, you blast him in the shoulder. A little fiery hole opens up there, and he goes, ah! And you kind of get his attention. As this fight continues, these guys just open fire, and a couple of laser bolts rip into Creel, and he falls to the ground. Whoa! And a few of them might take action and shoot at you now. There's so many of them.
There are,
they want to do that. That would be good.
We're facing down 6 guys. Is that how many? Am I seeing that right?
I mean, you can probably only see like 6, but there are a few here. Yeah, it looks like a couple of different sets of people shooting at one another from the east and from the west side of the hangar bay. Okay. So yeah, they're shooting at each other. A couple of them get shots off on Creel. He goes down, and one of them sees Edris running in the center of the docking bay, and yes, he is going to direct a laser pistol shot at you. Edris, what is your energy armor class, your EAC?
His EAC is 14.
Right, so this guy doesn't get off a really great shot. It just kind of hits the ground right in front of you. I rolled a 3, and that is not enough, whatever his bonus is.
Doesn't usually cut it.
Knack, it is your turn, sir.
All right, so I want to, let's see, let me do some maths here. I want to take a short couple of steps forward to sidestep next to Alindra, and this, let's see.
What do you want to do? Just say it.
I am looking at this cat over here on the left that we have been attacking a little bit, and I want to say, get him.
But you point a finger at him and like, this guy over here.
This guy over here with the pink.
Oh, the one that Alindra had already hit.
Yeah, doing a lot of team shooting. I like it.
Yeah. So what? So get him, team. Everyone has a +1 morale bonus to that that specific enemy until my next turn.
Awesome. Okay, so yeah, you've moved and then you did that action.
What does the morale bonus do?
It's just
a +1 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So Alindra, we're back to you, and you've got this furry little guy to your side who's pointing out exactly where the dude is hiding.
So first of all, I already had my first Solarian fail and forgot to choose my attunement with the surprise round. So
Well, that's okay. This is like the first full round, and now you're ready for combat.
Yeah.
So
I know,
What do you want to do?
So I'm gonna go with Graviton.
So that's like the black hole side of it.
Oh,
yeah.
Awesome.
And I was going to move up near Edris, but I suppose I can't give up this plus damage bonus, so I might as well shoot this guy.
Not a bonus to damage, but a bonus to hit.
Oh, bonus to hit then. Still can't give that up, so I am going to shoot this guy over on the west.
Shoot him good.
All right, so the same guy you shot before. You also rolled a bit too low. Rolled a 4, and with your bonus, that is a miss. So moving on, Edris.
Get ready. It's our first combat. So Edris pumped up for like a first combat that he's had in a while. That bar fight was just small peas compared to. Do we have peas? Small peas compared to this. He's gonna just double move because he
roll for peas.
Roll for peas. I rolled edamame. Is that good?
Oh no, that's the worst kind. I'm sorry.
Oh, damn it. No. So I don't have. There's nobody within attacking. I can't. I have to double move to get to anybody. So I'm gonna double move to get up to this guy who's kind of on the north side of the dock.
You've got a Doshko, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you charge with it?
I can charge with it, but it gives me a -2 to AC and -2 to attack. I think I'm just gonna move in and threaten, and just so I can threaten this guy. But I'm already surrounded, and I don't want to make myself vulnerable while I'm
fine
to attack. So.
Raimi, back to you. Bottom of the turn order.
All right, so I am going to try to shoot the same guy on the right.
This poor guy's just getting pinholed.
Oh, I knew this closest dude was gonna be a target for everybody.
Nice
shot.
He's
so close to us. Shoot him. So you've rolled a 13, and you've got a +3 bonus, and you're just shooting a laser rifle.
Mm-hmm.
16 is going to be a hit on him, even with his cover.
Nice.
Versus EAC. Right. So damage for a laser rifle is a D8. Roll me a D8.
Roll a D8. That's
Roll
burn
high.
damage, right?
This is like laser is like fire. So 4 points on him. yeah, he's clutching 2 laser wounds now. The cover, it does nothing. He looks a little unsteady, but he wants to get back at you guys. We're now into turn 3, and we're back to Andis.
Alrighty, let's see. I realize that I have a +1 against this guy over here on my left, but I've got my my telemetry metrics all set up on the guy over here on the right. So I'm gonna keep going for him, and I'm gonna make 2 attacks as a bullet.
Okay, so yeah, that's like your entire turn. Just level the laser rifle. You like steady it on a trash can, and you pop off a couple of shots. So
what are the minuses for a full attack?
It is a -4
to both.
-4. Ooh. Yeah, to both of them.
But hey, that's double chances to roll with 20 right now.
Let's do it, Andis. Show us what you got.
So the first one,
15 to hit.
Yeah, first one is a 15, and that is a hit. You roll a d8 for damage. We've rolled 5 damage. Okay, nice. He falls down to the ground. Wow, from that first shot.
Yeah, good shot.
That's all it took. Couple laser rifle bolts from the mechanic, and we've got our first casualty, I guess. He goes down, and second shot does nothing. Maybe he hits the truck in front of him, and they open up fire again. That guy, the guy to your left is going to shoot back at, I think, it looks like Raimi. Awesome. Raimi, what is your EAC?
My EAC is 14.
Okay, so he levels his pistol in your direction. He gets off a shot, and it hits you right in the stomach, burning the flesh there for 3 damage. Okay. The second skin, it does nothing.
Oh no, our first damage, guys. Oh no.
Yep, time to give up. Game over, man.
We should just pack it in.
Game over.
Well, we hope you've all enjoyed this podcast, Cosmic Crit.
The rest of them see some sniping going on in the back there, but this one that you ran up to, Edris, takes a guarded step. He moves backwards away from you and brings his laser pistol to bear on you, and he fires, and your EAC was 14, is 14. That right? Yeah, so he hits you right in the chest, and it just, smolders in your armor and does no damage.
Yeah.
And let's see, the rest of them are kind of firing. Now they're firing across the concourse, across Docking Bay 94, trying to hit each other, it looks like, and they don't really manage to get many shots off. Knack, we're on to you. But why don't you make a perception check for me, Knack? Right, so you get a good look at these guys now that after you said get them to the one to the west, and it looks like they're wearing some kind of gang insignia. Do you know much about the gangs in Absalom Station?
So I'd like to do a culture check, and keep in mind that with my theme, any culture check against is -5 to the check.
So what theme are you, sir?
I'm an outlaw, so I rolled a 7. I'm going to add D6 to that, which is just a 1.
Yeah.
But you have to take 5 off of what the culture check was.
Right. So this is actually DC 10, so pretty easy to begin with. You kind of recognize maybe some of the gang insignias. You think one might be Dockside Kings, and the other what's known as a level 21 crew. And you don't really know like them personally. You've heard about them, but you're pretty sure if you dropped one side, the other side would probably just walk away from the fight. That's what you know. What do you want to do? It's your turn.
So it looks like the other side is going to be a little easier to take down. Let me take a look and see how far away I am from some of these cats. Is on this number 4, is that cover that I'm trying to shoot through?
Yeah, they'll have, probably full cover, if not just partial.
What did you say? One of the groups is Dockside Kings, and what was the other group?
Level 21 crew.
Yeah, let me see here, guys. All right, so we need to attack just one side because I'm pretty sure these guys are gonna.
What you got for us?
Let's see. We've taken down one of that crew, so I think we're gonna have an easier chance with these cats. I'm gonna go ahead and use my laser pistol on this guy over here, surrounded by the pink circle.
Right. So that looks to be the level 21 crew.
Okay.
On the right hand side.
Right.
You're just shooting. Go ahead and.
I'm gonna take just a couple of steps forward just to see if I can get around one of this bit of cover, and I'm gonna shoot this guy from the level 21 crew for a whole lot of damage.
Right. So you rolled a 12 plus 2, so a 14 is a hit versus his EAC and 2 damage. Write that down. He's still up, and now he's got his sights trained on you. Alindra, your turn.
All right, so I'm gonna keep going down the graviton path.
Right,
to the
round
point,
2.
and I am going to double move up here toward
so you're
Edris.
following Edris, and you just run across the main concourse there. Great. So that's your turn then. If you move twice. That makes it very fast to get back to Edris. Edris, your turn.
Awesome. Edris is within melee combat. He's going to take a guarded step as well to this guy who backed up. He's just pinning him between another
backed
crate
up against the crate.
and danger.
Oh,
this guy is ready, and he's going to take a big old swing. I rolled a 16, and I get a 5. I have a +5 for melee combat, so it's a 21 to your.
And this is
regular KAC.
KAC, Kinetic Armor class. Believe it or not, they have much better KAC, but not good enough to not get destroyed by this Doshko. That is definitely a hit. No cover here.
Awesome.
Great. So what do you do?
So the Doshko is a D12. Looks like I rolled a 4, and my strength bonus is 4. Edris has an 18 strength.
Okay,
so 8 damage coming at you.
8 damage on, this is a Dockside King here to the left. Yeah, so, I mean, it digs into his shoulder, and you pull it out to try and go for another hit on him, and he's cowering. He's not doing well. That brings us back to the bottom here. Raimi, your turn.
All right, so I see Knack attacking one of the Gang 21 members.
Yeah, it seems like you're divided. See, you got half going for Dockside Kings and the other half going for level 21 crew.
So I'm going to aim for the level 21 crew member in the far back behind the one that Knack's shooting, the one that's kind of cozy between those barrels there.
Yeah. Well, first make a perception check, see if you can see this. He's pretty far back there. He's nestled in.
So I rolled a 17
so
on perception check.
Yeah, roll the 13 plus 4. Pretty good. Yeah, so you see him just peeking out from behind some barrels, taking pot shots as well. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna shoot at him
Laser pistol
with my laser
Great idea.
rifle.
Laser rifle.
Oh, right. You got a long arm.
God!
Probably within range, but
I cannot
on the
roll
die.
crap today.
It's on the die.
so 6 on the die, a 3 in total. Pretty sure that's a mouse.
Yeah, that's a miss.
Yeah, I think that was outside of range too.
My range is 120.
Oh, nice, man. Those are. I thought they were going to be like double a pistol's range, but that is almost anywhere in this entire docking bay. 120.
Yeah.
Awesome.
He's got
Well, that's
all
the
ground.
end of round 3. Back to Andis, 147. Your turn, sir.
All right, I'm gonna move up to here, trying to stay in some cover, but I'm gonna try to get to Creo on the next turn. In the meantime, I'm going to take a shot at the guy who is kind of up here close to me, and I'm gonna have to make a shot without my combat tracking because that is a move action.
Okay, so yeah, you move up, you're ducking behind cover here, and then you pop out. And you do have cover shooting from behind this baggage carrier.
Yeah, so I rolled a 16, but with my long arm, when I'm not tracking, it's effectively a -2, so 14.
Yeah, yeah. So if your second brain isn't with you, it's not that great. Still, a 14 is a hit.
All right, so I do 5 points of damage to him.
All right, so
Andis is doing some work.
burning through the level 21 crew. This guy, yeah, he takes another massive hit. That's a lot of damage, but he's still up, and now he is kind of aiming in your direction.
Right.
He's going to fire his laser pistol at Andis. He misses. It bounces right off this thing you're hiding behind. Cover is useful in Starfinder, but I don't know if you don't even notice that. This Dockside King you've almost destroyed. Edris steps back and tries and Shoot one more time. Yeah, he's going into a corner.
He's going into a corner. It's gonna be fantastic.
Oh, buddy,
Oh.
natural 20. Oh, maybe that's all he needs. Maybe that's all he needs.
Yeah,
So
might be.
that is enough. He's doing double damage with his laser pistol. I've rolled a 1, another 1. Great.
No.
And some fire damage here as burn quality. 3 points of fire damage. So it bores through your armor, and then you feel like a small fire catch underneath your armor.
Mm-hmm.
And it starts burning. So 5 points in total. This one's gonna fire, I think. Oh boy, this guy've messed up a good deal. It's gonna fire at Raimi. Misses. I can't hit anybody. And let me do
I feel you, buddy. I feel you.
Yeah. I'm not gonna feel too bad after you just critted me. So yeah.
The rest of them with almost minimum damage. The rest of them are shooting at each other still. They're pretty confused. They're like, oh, who are these guys? They seem to still try and focus on firing across the docking bay. And that takes us back to Knack.
All right, so I'm gonna again. Let's see here, just to make sure I am in range.
You're like right in the middle of everything.
Yeah,
that's good.
I'm a good rat man. All right, as my move action, I am going to say, "Get him!" to the guy behind the boxes here.
One Andis is shooting. Yeah.
The one Andis and I have been taken care of, so that gives a +1 to all attacks on that one for the next turn. And I'm gonna hit him with my laser.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not gonna do it. I rolled a 2. Ooh.
So how many times can Knack do that get him ability and give the +1 to people? Is that just like is that do you have like an amount per day you can do that, or you can just do that no matter?
No,
just always.
It's a move action.
Yeah.
Okay. It just costs a move. That's still pretty. That's
It's pretty
awesome.
handy. Yeah.
Yeah, it only works if everyone gets him though. Get him. Alindra, we're on to you. This is your third round of attunement, right? Round 4.
Yep.
Ooh.
So I am
Get him.
fully attuned to graviton.
What does Alindra look like when she's graviton attuned?
Her pores
Solar buddy.
start to see black. I have no idea. I haven't thought about that.
Oh boy, you should get that clean. You should see a doctor about that.
Ooh, I don't know if that's what that's supposed to look like.
Attuning
Okay.
to
My pores are seeping.
attuning to graviton can cause.
All right, so I'm gonna move over here.
To
To the west.
Yeah,
and
don't-
you got
don't-
a couple more docksiders over there.
Don't
And
bother
I
attacking the guy that we've been attacking. That's cool.
I'm going to use my black hole,
Oh
my
no!
special ability, which will pull any targets that I choose within 20 feet, 10 feet closer to me.
Ooh.
So I am going to pull the 2 guys, both 20 feet from me. I'm going to leave Edris's target alone.
Okay.
Let him chase that.
You guys to your west.
Unless Edris, you want me to pull him to us.
Well, I was just thinking, like, does that provoke attacks of opportunity? I mean, if you pull him past me, do I get to have a swipe at him because he's passing through threatened spaces?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
So-
that might be a good rules question. But no, you can leave him where he is.
Solid objects do not block the ability, but any creature that runs in, creatures moved by this ability do not provoke attacks of opportunity.
Oh,
Okay.
cool. All right.
I figured it wouldn't be. It might be.
Yeah, I mean, you could absolutely pull him if you want because I'm still going to attack him no matter.
They don't get any kind of reflex save or nothing.
They do. Yeah, they have to succeed at a fortitude save or be
Oh.
pulled 10 feet.
Fortitude save. Okay, not a great one for these guys. So I'm gonna do the one closest to you first. And the save is equal to what, 10 plus your charisma? Is that correct? Do you have the DC on it?
That does make sense that there's no attack of opportunity because that would be so broken. You could just wave this guy in front of Edris over and over again, just
Take a little
shredding
break
him
here to figure
like
this out.
little bits.
My guess
the
is that
pitch.
it's going to be 10 plus half your level plus key ability score.
Charisma.
Yeah. So I think her key ability score was it strength?
Charisma is my key ability score.
Oh, okay. So it'll be 10 plus 1 for your 1 character level, and your charisma bonus is 3. So DC 14.
Yeah, it's the first revelation.
10 plus half your Solarian level plus your charisma mod. So, all right, back at it. The DC 14?
Yes.
Okay, so I've rolled What have I rolled? I've rolled a 10 for this guy closest to you. That's a 12, so he fails. 1, 4, 2. And the further back guy, he like braces himself on the boxes in front of him, and he's not affected. But this guy, you just want to move him closer to you?
Yeah, by 10 feet. Which
okay.
he's like 5 feet away. So
he pops right up. He's like, oh, awesome. And you moved as well, so it's your turn. And Edris, oh boy, this guy doesn't have a lot of time left. I don't feel like.
Hopefully not. Edris is gonna take a guarded step back into melee and just be like, "You can't get away from me."
He's back, but they got the bulkhead behind him, and he's surrounded by 3 crates and 7 feet of Vesk.
Yeah, he literally can't go anywhere.
Oh,
so he'll take a big old swing. 13 on the die, plus
that's
5,
a hit.
so an 18. Yes, another hit. D12, 6 plus 4, 10 damage.
Wow. Okay, so yeah, you drop him. He dead now. It's like you guys are fighting to see which crew you can beat up first.
Why not both?
So one more thing that Edris gets to do, he gets to make a reflex save to see if he stops burning.
Oh yeah, we need to do that right now.
Right.
Okay, Edris has a pretty decent reflex. Let's see, he rolled a 12. His reflex is just 1. Actually, I thought I had a better reflex than that, but so 13.
Okay, so the DC is based on the amount of damage you take this round. Oh boy. I rolled a max damage on fire, so you take 4 points of fire damage. Makes the DC 14.
Too bad.
You do not put it out. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh boy, I need to roll low on that for you.
Well, so on subsequent rounds, he gets a +2 to his check to put it out.
Oh, that's great. So next turn, it should be pretty easy for you with your bonus.
Sure,
so.
and that's a cumulative bonus.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good because
you can feel it smoldering as you kill this guy. You just don't care about the fire. It's gonna burn itself out eventually. You're probably fine. Yeah, Raimi, you're last.
Yeah. So I'm gonna fire against that guy in the back again with my laser rifle.
Okay. Yeah. So roll d20. We'll see. He's still behind cover. Yep. Unfortunately, that is a miss. Just hits this crate, and he's scared. He's been targeted a bunch. Maybe he doesn't see like where it's coming from, but no damage yet. If only you had have some spells, some magic you could be casting right now.
No, laser rifle till I die.
Hey, who need mumbo jumbo, some hocus pocus when you got a good laser rifle that can reach anywhere in the docking bay?
True.
Andis, we're back to you.
All right.
Get on.
I'm going to move up adjacent to Creel, who is unconscious on the floor, and I'm going to try to help him stabilize.
Sure.
Actually, can I see if he's not stable? How about a medicine check? That's something that I know how to do.
Oh, okay. I was about to say. I mean, this is dipping down and like kind of testing his vitals. So you rolled a 7. Oh boy, good skill bonus there. As you get down, you see a bolt has cut through his throat, a laser bolt, and he's dead.
Oh, okay. Well then,
yeah.
Well then, I am gonna turn around and angrily shoot a laser rifle at the man who I suspect killed him.
Oh yeah, it's probably that guy.
He's
got the look of a murderer on him.
It looks like a Scarless character. Let's take him out.
Okay, so you've rolled a 7 on the dice. Oh boy, but that negative. That is a miss. It just hits the crate in front of him. And he's going to fire right back at you, Andis, because he saw you tried to kill him, man.
So keep in mind he does have a bonus to because I did get him the last round. So
a 6.
So I get a 6 instead of a 5.
No, that's a hit. That's a hit. He has a very low EAC.
So he's trained his pistol on you, steadied it on the crate in front of him, and he's rolled very high, 19. So I'm pretty sure that is a hit. He only does 3 damage. Clips into your leg, and his friend is also going to fire on you, closest to him. And ooh, natural 20. Oh boy. Oh, I'm rolling rocks tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
This is a great start.
A 19 and 20. So 3 points of damage and double, that's 4, and then burn damage is 3.
Jeez.
So 7 in total from that. This one, the Dockside King that's still up behind these boxes here, is going to fire at Raimi. And what is your EAC, Raimi? Could
14.
be. Yeah, just a miss. Your second skin absorbs it. Oh boy, this guy dead. This one in front of you, Alindra, is going to pull out. He's got like a club on his belt, and he tries to smack you with it. And misses just terribly. Hits the crate. Hits the crate to his right. The gravity around him is all messed up. He doesn't know how to compensate. And the one in the back here is also going to try and shoot you. What is your EAC?
11.
Okay, well, that would be a hit, but he's shooting through his friend who's in melee combat, and he's getting actually soft cover from his friend. So that is a miss, and that takes us to Knack. Your turn.
All right. Well, once again, get him.
Oh, same guy. Awesome.
We're gonna try this laser pistol one more time.
All you gotta do is roll a 20. It's great. It works perfectly.
Yeah. It's nice when you can do that.
So I have a 16 and 3 damage.
Hit. Yep. And 3 damage. Yeah. He. Oh boy. He looks like he's about to fall down. He does not have much more laser damage he can take. Alindra, you've got this one guy in front of you trying to melee. You got a guy behind you shooting you. What you want to do?
Yep, so I'm going to go toward photon attunement. So this is my first photon direction.
You think we're getting 3 more rounds out of this?
I mean, I have to choose my attunement, okay?
Oh.
Stop busting your chops.
Okay, and I am going to pull out my solar weapon.
Okay, yeah, so it's like a blue sword pops out.
Oh yeah, and I am going to slash at this guy so hard.
Let's see it.
Oh
yeah! 20!
Natural 20.
Hey, we can roll him too, Patrick.
You're gonna cut his head off. Okay, so that confirms is a critical hit. You've already done 5 points of damage with the blade. So roll the damage again, d6 plus 3.
Okay, so I got a 3 plus 3 would be 6.
6 plus 3.
Okay, can we backtrack? Was that your first combat roll?
Mine?
Yeah, your first attack roll against somebody.
No, she
I shot stuff.
Dockside King.
Oh, that's right. Oh, it's her first melee roll though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My first solo
first melee roll. Natural.
He's still up, and he has got a massive blade cut across his chest, just bleeding out all over him. He's like, oh, get her! Edris.
Well, actually, it's probably not bleeding because it's probably cauterized from.
Oh,
you know.
Oh, he's fine. Don't worry about it.
So, Edris,
my friend doesn't like you. I don't like you either.
No blood anywhere. He's cool.
Edris, after cutting down his guy, looks over and he sees that Alindra's doing just fine. So he's actually going to run past her and run past this guy, but not in a way that's going to provoke any attack of opportunity from him, and actually close the distance on the other guy who was trying to shoot Alindra from behind this crate.
Yeah, you can move a little further than everybody else. Is that correct?
Yeah. So I took the blitz. Primary fighting style, so I actually get an extra 10 feet of movement from that. So the heavy armor gives me minus 5 feet. So if I didn't have armor on, I could move 40 feet. I can only move 5 because of the armor. But
awesome.
It's still great because I get that extra feet, and that just kind of helps me close the distance, which is what blitz style is all about.
Well, you're right up on this Dockside King. You throwing a big old space axe at him.
Space axe to the neck. 15 on the die.
Yeah,
20. All right, let's see some more damage.
Oh,
almost
boy.
max damage. 10 damage on the die, plus my strength, which is 4. 14.
He's down.
Edris is just big old shout, just like yeah.
Raimi, we're back to you.
All right, so he's getting back. He's getting positions. He's gonna shoot that same guy again across the room
with the laser rifle.
Doing some long distance.
You could attack the guy that has the debuff on it.
You could shut up.
Hey, 19 is a hit. 19 plus
roll.
3, 22. Ooh boy, yeah. So he's across there. He's behind cover. None of that helped him. So
shot.
you do D8 damage.
Yes.
Oh, make it high.
Oh,
Nice. Damage.
Nice.
Okay. So he's taken a full laser blast to his chest. Pew pew pew. Yeah, he doesn't look too good either. Just about everyone here is taking damage, I think. Maybe not all you guys, but most of you. Andis.
Oh,
I
crap. We didn't resolve the fire. I need to roll a reflex, don't I?
You can. I think even if you roll super low, you're getting it this turn. So
It's basically anything but a 1.
oh wait, I took the damage. Yeah, so damage is 1. Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
Andis.
All right, so I'm going to swift action drop to the floor, and I'm going to move action target my good buddy over here. This guy.
Okay, same guy.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna fire a shot at him.
Okay,
there.
yeah, that is a hit.
Low damage. It's only 2 points of damage.
2 points of damage. Okay, but he goes down.
Oh,
yes.
wonderful! All right. And then I'm gonna make a reflex save to try
Danger
to
territory.
get this fire off of me.
Yep. So you make it. You take 2 points of damage, but you're good.
Ah, good
Fire's
job.
out.
All right.
Wow, lots of crit laser damage.
I like how right now, so if we take a look at our enemies, there's only one guy from the level 21 crew left, and there's only one guy from the Dockside Kings left.
Maybe they can get along.
maybe we can find a truce here.
There's two
There's
Dockside
Dockside
Kings because there's the
Kingers
one
and-
guy in the bottom left corner.
But this guy sees that his
that's
friends have gone, and he starts running on his turn, and he does full beating of feet to the east. And when the other side sees that happen, and this guy down south here also runs away, and the guy that the last Dockside Kinger that Alindra cauterized his chest open has really nowhere to run because Edris is behind him blocking his escape.
I'm blocking, yeah.
So he's gonna try and bring his like pipe club down on Alindra's head. What is your KAC, Alindra?
12.
Oh, whoa. So I rolled a 14. He's got a +3 bonus. That is a hit. And he does 5 points of damage. Whonk. Knocks you across the face. We are back to Knack. There's only like one person really within range of you. Still fighting.
Yeah, let me see what the range on this cat is. Alright, I'm just gonna shoot that guy.
Oh,
Yeah, shoot him.
What a
Finish this.
novel idea. Pull out that pistol and...
Don't think I'm gonna hit him, but
It's quite alright. A 9 it definitely isn't going to hit him. He's behind cover. He's got armor on. He's cool. But that brings us to Alindra, who might be able to end this one.
Yeah, she might have something
all.
to say about it.
All right. So I'm gonna use my melee.
Ooh, boy. Low roll as well.
another low
Yeah.
Oh, lame.
He able to just jump right out of the way of your energy blade. But, oh boy, right after you is Edris, who's standing behind him like a silent mountain of lizard. What do you got for us, Edris?
Edris is just gonna be like, "Can you provide any decent challenge?" He'll take a guarded step, flanking this poor
All right,
poor
so
guy.
he's-
And he's gonna try and take a swing with a +2. Oh, not a lot. Hopefully this is enough. I rolled low. 8, 2 from the flanking, 15.
Yeah, that is a hit.
Oh, good. Whew, barely. Thank God. If Alindra wasn't there, probably wouldn't have. Damage, 7 damage.
That is more than enough. He drops down dead,
Oh.
and we're out of combat.
Yay!
Well
This-
done.
The air still smells of ozone, and the docking bay starts to clear a little bit, and the screams have gone down. We're out of it. Make a perception check, Andis. You're right next to this body here.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I'd like to check the body to see if he's. To see if there's any indication of what he wanted to say to us.
He's got besides his clothes, his pen. He just has his little data pad on him with mini computer. Do you pick that up?
Yeah, I absolutely do. Is it secured?
No. It's it looks like he had it open, like when he went down, and it's got pictures of your guys' faces. Looks like he was scanning the crowd for you, and but he receives a text as you're holding his little data pad, a little message encoded, and it says from Starfinder Society. Do you open it?
Absolutely.
Right, and in giant letters atop the message, it says, "To be continued." I think you knew that was coming. That one wasn't. That was a pretty easy one to see.
You're the worst.
I was so excited to use my computer skill. I rolled a 25.
You swiped right on the phone. You're like, I'm a master of computers.
I know how iPhones work.
Oh, yep, that's gonna do it for us this week. But we'll be back next week with more adventures. Same crit universe, same cosmic galaxy. Thank you guys, and everyone say goodnight.
Good night.
Good night.
You've been listening to Cosmic Crit, a Starfinder role-playing game actual play podcast. If you like what you hear and want to know more, find us online at cosmiccrit.com, where you can see our character sheets, read their backstories, and check out all of our art. Follow us online at Cosmic Crit on the Twitter and the Instagram, or send us an email, a question, a comment, or a critique at cosmiccrit@gmail.com. Our theme music is Epic Song by the band Alpha Brutal. You can find them online at alphabrutal.bandcamp.com. Thanks for listening, and until next time, may all your crits be cosmic crits.